It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. My friends, 10 to 15 minutes each and every day, you can do this. How long will it take? I can't tell you, but it'll be worth every second of every minute of every hour you spent when you become a charting master, and you will make up for all the time you ever devoted. So stick with it. It takes daily work. You cannot cram. This is not like college or high school. You cannot cram on the weekends. You're going to have to put in a little bit of time each and every day. You can do it. Everything up for the day but bonds. They pulled back a little bit. Let's look at the S&P 500 up 0.95% for the day. The high last week came in at 473.73. So far this week, 475.90. Man, it has been a cranking going into the 7th week of just jamming up well above the 2-day on the weekly trend line on the 2-day chart, well above the weekly trend line on the half-day. Let me get that right. We do see, though, for a day and a half, the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks are cranking back a little bit. Now, again, remember Heikin-Ashi you know what I'm going to do? At the end of today's training, I'm going to put in that Heikin-Ashi candlestick training for you. Those of you who don't quite understand what Heikin-Ashi candlesticks are, they mean average pace. They try to help take the volatility out of the candlesticks. You don't have to memorize all these complicated patterns, because I feel like the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks help you see what's really going on with price movement, the way they are formulated. Great training that we have. It will explain the formula, help you understand the concept, encapsulate that in your mind so that when you look at candlesticks, you understand what they are telling you. So again, higher high so far this week. What do we see with the NASDAQ 100? We see up 1.16%, again, reaching a higher high, just moving up so nicely above on the 2-day and the half-day. But again, you can see this here. We will pay attention to that as we get into Friday. But again, looking quite nice. Now we're going to go from stocks to bonds. Now, last week our bonds hit a high of 99.35. This week, 99.84, so up a little bit more. Decent size candle, not much of a wick there on top. The volume, and again, we're going into Christmas, so don't expect there to be a giant volume week. So many of the big players out on vacation, but we will continue to watch. We may get up to the average for the end of the day on Friday. Have no idea what's in store for us, but we did see a pullback today, 0.63%. So we can see, though, where the 2-day chart, for several days has been around the same area. You can see where that candlestick representing the 13th and 14th, Wednesday and Thursday of last week, popped up a little bit higher on the Friday, Monday, a little bit higher on the Tuesday, Wednesday, and this Thursday. But again, not going up markedly higher. And again, that pullback for today, you can see it on the half-day candles too. So we'll see where bonds are going to go. Maybe they're just digesting those big gains and they're getting ready to surge again. Again, we've seen that happen before when bonds get ready to pop up again, but we always want to be ready. Gold up some, 0.71%. We've had, this is 6-7 days, because it's the first day of the latest 2-day candle, of gold trying to, again, move back up. The high that we had on that 2-day candle of 189.82, 189.62, we have, we haven't reached that since the 13th of December. So again, candlesticks are moving up. We'll keep an eye on things, but we really had that red spinning top crazy week after we went up near that zone where things had bounced off on gold before. So we will keep our eye on things, but it's nice to see gold up 0.71%. So get to the end of the week, we'll try to make a decision as to where things are going, see what the volume does. But again, because of the week that it is, not necessarily expecting a lot of volume. What about Bitcoin? Up for the day, 0.98%. Now we see where Bitcoin hit a high back on the week beginning the 4th of December of 41.05. Last week 40, this week 40.66. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. You know, we've seen Bitcoin pop up here and slide sideways and then pop up again, which is a little different from what it's done before, popping up and rolling over, popping up and sliding sideways and rolling over. Here, popped up, dead week, popped up and then down. And that's pretty much the whole year. So let's see how we finish this year off, unlike last year where Bitcoin was just tumbling and then sliding sideways. But it took off in January, and through pop-ups and rollbacks, it has slowly climbed. It has climbed from what? The first of the year, we'll just see the opening at $16.86 up to, again, $41.05. Just crazy. And remember, this is the ETF that tracks Bitcoin. I think for me, the reason I'm practice trading it, because I feel like for me, it's safer than putting my money into one of those crypto exchanges if I was playing for real. And I have traded XBTF. Now, again, we don't give trading advice here. We are an education firm. But again, want you to think about things. Think them through. Make up your own mind when you gain the requisite skills to trade and decide what you want to do with your money. But I would not have wanted to be in FTX when it crashed, and I wouldn't want to have been in any of those other what do we call those? The crypto exchanges when they went down. Would not want to be there. This is an ETF traded on the exchange. So that's what, and again, nothing's perfect. Nothing is without some risk, but I feel a lot safer in XBTF. That is where we are, folks. Patreon members, sending out to you your weekly vertical crossover. We already posted at the Patreon page your three-wave trades and charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies. Crypto, commodities, and currencies will be releasing to everybody tomorrow. Hope everyone's gotten their shopping done, is getting ready for a wonderful Christmas. Again, thanks so much for joining us. If you'd like to gift us this holiday season, become a Patreon member. We will gift you back Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. First thing that you get, in addition to three-wave trades everywhere, early access to charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies, and the weekly vertical crossovers. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.